Can imagine you as a kid.
Yeah. I just sit on fucking weird.
We're back with episode 3 of Reps, Edits, and Real Talk with your boy, Kane and Sean from Hustle Harder. What are we up to? What have we been up to, man? We've been away for a couple of weeks.
We've been on holiday. Beautiful times in the sun. I'm still trying to relive it right now.
Yeah, you are. You're wearing a singlet.
I've got the Bali special.
Where?
Yeah, $20 singlet, but this is nice material.
I like the colour. It's good.
Yeah, same but different, you know.
Yeah.
Genuine copy.
They tell you it's authentic.
Yeah, of course it is.
Real.
Look
at
it. Look at it. But no, we went on holiday. I went on holiday. We actually went to the same place. So not the same, obviously, hotel and whatnot, but same place, same country, but different times. And
to Bali.
How nice is it over there, man? How nice.
I love Bali, man, but I think I've been now 3 times. I don't know how many times you've
I've been 3 times.
3 times?
3 or 2. I can't remember. Bali, Thailand, I get mixed up. Been a fair few times.
I need to go to Thailand, but Bali for me is it's always a different experience, but you can get whatever you want out of it. Yeah. I think I used to think it was a bit overrated. Everyone's like, yeah, go to Bali. I'm like, half of Australia must be in Bali by now, you know. Yeah. But now I think I've had a nice romantic getaway. I've had me and my brother and I went, and we just enjoyed chasing the waterfalls, going out, doing all these things, the sightseeing. Yeah. Went to the quiet Ubud area, and then went to like the Seminyak busy area.
Crazy. Yeah.
Crazy. Went clubbing and stuff. Did all that, right? Then the last time I went, entirely different trip. It was more of a locked in, let's work, let's focus, let's just remove all the distractions, let's get the boys together, and let's really realign our focus on what we want to do. And it was amazing. Didn't drink, didn't go party, had amazing food, just filled up every day on a $15 full plate of just the best food ever. I think I try to dodge the Bali belly every now and then. I don't know about you, but it gets me.
I'd use the water too. I'm bad, man. My wife's like, use the bottled water. Yeah. Good.
Use the bottled water, but I brush my teeth with the tap water.
Always. I've never had Bali belly. Touch wood.
Yeah.
But it is just nice to go over there and to see people who are, you don't want to see people who are poor, but see how other people live and how happy they are.
Oh, man.
Because us as Western culture and Western society, we are not happy, and we should be the happiest.
How crazy is it?
And because I took my family over there, and my girls saw a lot of poor people, and the reality of seeing somebody who's quite poor but quite happy is really good for them to see. You know,
I think it's humbling. I remember when I came back from Sri Lanka in 2019, just for a trip to my family, I always get a sense of appreciation and just genuine really the appreciation for what we've got, where we live, because man, it humbles you. You go there and you see beggars on the side of the road. You see it is a poverty country. You can go traveling to Europe and all that, but when you go there, you're like, we've got it pretty good over here. It is hard. Life is hard over here. You know, the cost of living is higher.
It's different
and stuff.
hard though. It's not real hard, is it? There's survival hard.
It's a different. Yeah, there's a survival hard.
Ours is survival hard in its own sense, but proper survival over there. You know, they're living week to week. You know, we still got money. We've still got, all the things, all the creature comforts, and we still complain. They really haven't got much, and they look happier than us.
Do you know what the average pay rate is for Bali?
I'm not sure, but I gave my guy who was cooking my eggs in the morning at a hotel, I gave him an extra tip, and he was so thankful. And he goes, "This is what I earn in 1 month." And I was like, wow, and you know that. But then the problem is I'll do that and then I'll go and buy this and I'll haggle them down $2. Yeah. But I feel like I'm getting ripped off.
Yeah. And look, I think they also I don't know if it's genuinely that they want you to bargain and haggle with them.
It's just part of their deal, isn't it? I reckon. And if they can get a bit more money out of people who've got a bit more money, props to them. Exactly. Yeah. They're good salespeople.
100, yeah, good salespeople.
They always come in,
you're working for it.
Yeah, you look so beautiful, so beautiful.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
You can't be angry at them. They're trying to make a $1.
Exactly.
That's their living.
Over there, it was beautiful, man. I went to the Grand Mirage in Nusa Dua, all in.
Yeah, you stayed in one spot, didn't you?
Yeah, one spot.
This is a different entirely trip, just
so
resort
just with
life.
the fam, and it was all inclusive. I ate lobster. It was so nice. I actually did a weird diet over there. It's weird because when I travel, if you're a bodybuilder and you travel, it can be stressful, man. Mm-hmm. You're so structured, and going over there being out of sequence can be, for me, it's stressful. So I actually tried a meat and fruit based diet over there.
Yep.
Which I stuck to, legit. Like,
What do they call that? A Mediterranean diet? No.
Is it primal diet?
Okay.
It was like meat,
with the fruit.
Yeah, I did meat, fruit, and like yogurts. All right?
And yogurts.
Yeah, because it's what they had there. But and it was delicious, man. And I came back, and I swear I was leaner when I came back.
Yeah, I always come back leaner after those hot countries because I don't know if you're sweating it out. But it's just the good food.
And I didn't even train over there. I just did my cardio over there every day.
Your body would have loved it.
Just to refresh, because normally I go and train, and I thought, nah, take some time off, have some time off, and you're going to come back and train and start pushing up again. So, yeah, you can
Here's
just have a bit of.
Here's a good question. What do you think is the right amount of time or a good amount of time for a holiday? Not like if you're going to Europe and you're sightseeing and you're traveling, you can't do it in like a week. But what do you think is the right amount of time? A week, 2 weeks? When you start going away for like a month and you're like, all right, I'm now ready to come home.
It depends where you are. I reckon if I was in Bali, I reckon 3 weeks would be tops.
Oh yeah.
I would love to have done 3 weeks this time. I had the best time. Going back to the same place next year. It was that good because the girls loved it. But for me, 3 weeks is good. If I'm going overseas, like as in, that's overseas, but Europe, mate, you have to go a bit longer.
Or Japan or something like that. You've got to experience all of it.
Yeah, but 3 weeks for me is like, I want to come home after that, generally. But it depends how good a time you're having. And it depends who you're with.
Yeah, very
If
true.
you're with really, really, people that you get along with and you're doing your own thing as well, you can spend a bit longer,
Yeah.
If you're just there doing maybe like I did, staying in one spot, most people don't want to stay there for a month.
It's like being on a cruise ship. Have you ever been on a cruise
I've
before?
been on a cruise too. I went on a cruise and I put on 10 kilos in 8 days.
Whoa!
And I never get fat, right? I won't. I came back and I dieted down for the cruise. People might do this. When you go on holiday, a lot of people do this.
Was this straight after a comp though? Because you would have soaked up a lot of...
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't after a comp?
So I just dieted down for like 10 weeks. I was real lean. And then literally I blew up. Because food's all
like buffet.
And it's all readily available. By the pool,
Every 3 times a day. Yeah.
I came back and people were like, what happened to you, Kane? I'm like, I ate well, yeah. But Bali and stuff like that, it was so nice just to get away and come back feeling like you had a great holiday. Because the last holiday I had was Vietnam, and I thought Vietnam, excuse my French, was a s-hole.
Really?
Yeah, I hated it. But that's just my experience. Other people have loved it, and I just didn't like it. So this was to make up for that holiday. But we had a ripper time, absolute fantastic time. My girls loved it.
Good.
My wife loved it. Family loved it. And
was it the first time your daughters had been to Bali?
yes, my youngest one's been to Thailand a few times. We took her to Thailand when she was 9 months.
Yeah, she doesn't remember that.
No, I shouldn't remember that. But the first time they've been there, and it's like we want to go back. So it was really nice just to get away, man. Really nice.
I think it always takes me about 3 days to kind of switch off and get into holiday mode. You get there, you're like, okay, where is everything? Where's my closest amenities?
Yeah.
How do I get a transport? We hired bikes.
Yeah.
Like that's the best freedom. I'm a big fan of the bikes, like
it is, but I went. My wife said, "You're not doing it anymore," because when I was young, we used to ride bikes.
Yeah.
Now it's like, hey,
you're a dad.
Yeah. You come off the bike, you know what I mean? There's big trouble. So no,
I'd see people in like a family on a bike, like Westerners, dad with the wife on the back, little one in the front, like little footwell.
Westerners or locals?
No, they're Westerners, not Balinese people.
I see the Balinese people were like,
they do it.
A table on the back.
Yeah.
I've seen them riding with a bike, and they got the kids standing up and everything.
I wanted to capture some of the best moments that I've seen. I've seen right now at this time in Bali, there's like kites everywhere, like big kites in the sky, and they do it every afternoon. They're like they're the size of this room.
Yeah.
And then they'll pull their kite down at the night time when the sun's coming down, and then you see some guys, like some of the kites they fold down. Some guys can't be bothered folding their kite down. They're on the scooter with the kite as wide as the road and just lifting it above everyone's heads.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah. It's calm, man.
Hey, man.
It's calm.
There's like organized chaos in those countries.
It is, but it works.
Yeah.
The traffic's crazy there, but it works, somehow. It is wild, but yeah, it's good to be back, but I did love it. I did love it. And also, going overseas, like, if you go overseas and have a good experience, it can refresh you. If you go overseas and have not a great holiday, you can come back feeling worse, I reckon. But this one wasn't that for me. I came back feeling like, and then straight back into work.
Yeah.
Actually, I was working over there, but straight back into the hustle and bustle of life.
I've been back for almost a week and a half.
And you've been slammed.
And I feel like I need a holiday again. I can't believe I've already been back for like, yeah, that's nuts. But what else is new here? We've been back. We're back at IronHub, our favorite gym, our home gym.
They've got some good developments going on now.
Yeah.
So you've got the recovery area set up.
Yep.
So
It's
that's
going to be opening in the next couple of weeks at the most.
So we'll be doing some videos on that. They're always updating machines and stuff here, always.
Yeah.
So, and the cool thing about this gym is you can come here and you can request things, and if they think it's good, they'll do it.
Yeah.
So that's the cool thing about being at IronHub. It's like it's a gym run by
private
people
gym.
who love training and love everything about it. Not just how much not just about the money. It's about the experience you get here.
Or it doesn't have to be sent to 10 people up the head office to get approved and
They'll
then
say
come
yes.
back down.
They'll say yes or no straight away.
Yeah.
And that's the cool thing about it. But the recovery rooms, the recovery area will be great. Are they getting what is it?
A sauna.
Yeah.
They've got a recovery lounge as well, which I've been working and making some videos of today. I think that's amazing. I never tried it until yesterday. Man, these couches recline. They massage you from head to calf.
Yeah.
Or from shoulders to calf.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. Like they
I feel like we're only talking about this because we're like near 30.
I know,
plus 30.
man. It's the little
if you're
things of life.
25, they're like, shut up, man. I'm gonna sit in a chair. I'm train and go home. Us guys are like, oh man, it's good for your back. It's good for
man, the circulation, everything. But these I don't know if have you ever tried the Normatec boots?
No.
Or these,
they're
the sleeves?
The big boots, yeah.
Compression
I haven't tried them though.
Yeah, so they got a whole set of arms and leg sleeves up there. And yeah, I haven't tried them yet, but apparently...
We'll give them a go. I'll give them a go.
If you've ever worn a blood pressure cuff on your arm, it's like that for your whole arm or whole leg.
I've seen people use them. It's
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah, so you can-
And now, actually, coming up, there's a lot of bodybuilding shows. So
There is.
There's a lot of bodybuilding shows
We're only 2
coming up
weeks
now.
out from IFBB, aren't we?
IFBB shows. And actually, let's throw a shout out because a lot of the Australian competitors now competing overseas are doing really well. And I've got to try and remember these. We've had a few in the IFBB. We've had Cam George. Oh, I wrote it down. Cam George. We've got Matt O'Reilly, Emily King, Christian Caldwell, Viet Don, Tracy G, and Ariel, who's doing the NABA Pro, which is in Korea.
Wow.
So that's coming up, and that's actually on TV. That's
Wow.
on SBS.
What, on SBS?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Hold up.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
What?
The NABA Pro show in Korea is on SBS. Yeah.
And not that many people are watching normal TV these days,
No.
but finally it has made it to mainstream
It used
TV.
to be on, like, ESPN back in the day. That was the Arnold
pay-per-view
Classic.
and
But
stuff,
now, yeah. So, and all these people, like, funny thing is Cam George, or actually a few of them I competed against, but Cam George, he came, and so did Matt actually, came in the top 3 in a few shows, right? I've competed against Cam.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. When he first started, I beat him. I beat him, yeah.
Was this before COVID?
Yeah, this is a long time ago. I'm reliving my own. Like, I beat this guy once, and he's absolutely
Now he's like
he's miles
big
ahead.
name.
Yeah. But like he's
put on a lot of size since then, hasn't he?
So round. He is like an amazing. All of these guys and girls are, but he just stood out a lot, man. He's got a crazy shape, and he's just like a bubble. It's wicked. So props to the Aussie guys for doing bits overseas, and girls.
I love seeing Aussie bodybuilders that are still in the trenches and still doing it, and moving up the ladder 5 years later.
Have
still
big shows
doing it.
too. Because Tracy did the Masters Olympia. She came 3rd.
Wow.
That's big.
Masters Olympia did the 3rd.
3rd in Masters Olympia. Yeah. So, and like to do that is next level. So Aussie bodybuilding, as we don't have many pro cards here in IFBB or other federations, but the ones that get in are doing quite well now. And just hope it continues because a lot of good young talent here and older talent, right? The old people still got it a little bit, but like you want to see the younger ones and Australian bodybuilders getting out there because there's not too many of us out there, and it's just good to see them actually progressing it and getting putting themselves on the map. People are knowing them now,
getting recognised.
Yeah, it's really good, man. It's really good. So
especially from this side of the world, and also we have I also just to go back, like Viet I met back in 2015, right? I had just moved to Melbourne, and I met him at the Fitness First. And I remember seeing, like, we bonded over the fact that we're both from Canberra.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I was like, man, you obviously, I can see how lean you are already. He's
His
known
his chest striations like
striations and vascularity.
Yeah.
He can just squeeze in all muscular, and it's just a road map all over his body.
I was there. I competed at the show when he turned pro.
You were there when he turned pro, and you competed in the same show.
No, he does physique.
Yeah, but you were in the same
show.
Same show.
Yeah, it was the Arnold Classic. I think it was.
Was his first debut?
No, that was when he got the pro card. Or was it national? I guess too long ago.
I know, man. You've done how many comps now? 30. Yeah.
Too many. But yeah, it's cool to see these. Even Matt, like I've trained with Matt. You did
We're doing Matt.
You did both of us on film.
Matt Orchard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did both of us on film.
He's done really well recently.
Yeah, he's improved heaps too, man.
Yeah.
So props to all these people who are putting it out there and getting amongst it, man. It's good to see. You got to celebrate other people's wins, and a lot of people will be like, talk down on people, but let's build some.
Let's build up the Australian bodybuilding.
100%,
Make Australian bodybuilding great again.
Make it great, man.
Yeah.
One thing we want to touch on. It's coming into. Oh, it's winter now. Apart from me, I think it's summertime. I'm still on Bali.
Bali mode.
I'm still Bali mode, but getting into shape. People have been like, I've got a fair few clients coming in now.
Mid-August.
Yeah. And the clients coming to me now, they've made a good choice because they want to get in shape for summer.
Smart.
So don't be the person who's like, I'm going to get in shape. I'm going to wait till it gets warm. You're too late. Start now. So, and I tell people, if you want to get in shape, all right, you can do it by yourself. You don't have to be with a coach for sure. But one thing you want to start is make sure you're eating wholesome foods. Make sure you've got a routine. Make sure you're sleeping well, all right? And make sure you're all aligned so you can actually make these things happen. You know what I mean? A lot of people will start with I want to do this, but they don't have everything else in alignment, you know? So get everything in place. Start slow, then start to accelerate. So when you get into summer, you're there. Yeah. You know, and to maintain it is a lot easier. You know,
when I was coaching, I used to say to my clients, it's like a wheel, right? You have to turn the wheel slowly before it's like, we all know that more meals fueling your body regularly, more frequent meals will help the metabolism keep firing. You can't throw 6 meals requests at someone that's just starting and they barely have breakfast and dinner. You know, we know the people out there, you know, they're like,
wake up,
breakfast,
have a durry, have a
durry or
a coffee.
Or a nice coffee on the way to work, and then
a V.
or a V. It's the classic smoko and V. And then they'll have one meal a day, and they're not hungry, and that is genuinely the feeling. They don't get the hunger signals. But I always say it's a wheel, so you got to turn that wheel slowly. Best way to turn that wheel is, you know, you and I both know, to get hunger to go is you have to train. You have to move the body a bit.
Yeah.
Move the body. The body will signal you to tell you, I'm hungry, I need fuel. In those moments of hunger signals, we genuinely, if we don't have a plan, we don't have a coach that has helped you decide a plan, we will fall victim to what's most convenient, right?
Inconsistency as well.
No. Exactly. And then we fall off the bandwagon again. But if we turn the wheel, get a little bit movement going, we get hungry, we feed the right food. All right, we've got some good food in us. Now we can go train properly. All right, we're training a bit better. We're getting hungry again. We fuel more food.
Yeah.
All right, Kane, 3 meals is not enough. I need more. All right, put another food in.
And it's all about progression, just making sure that you can actually get to your goal and not fall off the wagon. Because a lot of people do this cycle of training. They get real motivated, start training, fall off the bandwagon, fall right off. Get back into it, go deep dive straight in. Oh, I'm going real hard on a hard diet. Really push the diet till they're virtually breaking. They do break, they fall off the bandwagon. How about you just go at a decent pace
that you can manage?
That's sustainable. Like, just think about it logically, you know? You can't just get in the car and go 5th gear and expect it to run flat chat. Take it in steps. Now, go as fast as you can, but don't try and just flatline it, you know, full boost, sending it.
Yeah,
because
red line
run,
all the time.
Yeah, you run out of sauce, man. And then
this game is all about consistency and adherence to the plan, right?
And just making sure you have somebody obviously in your corner who can be objective, and somebody who you've got to, you know, fall back on to say, hey, you need to pull in and do a bit more, or you're doing a great job. It does help, and that's where coaching can help a lot of people, because people, you don't have to get a coach, no one does, but a lot of people will be like, I'll do it myself. How many people then do you see actually succeed?
Exactly.
Not that
because
many.
Not a lot of them are upfront with themselves to fall forward and learn from their mistakes. You know, when they basically, if you got to learn from yourself and train yourself, you got to know when to push the diet, push and pull,
push and pull back, yeah. And it's hard because nowadays we want everything now.
Yeah.
And this comes to the next point. I have people sign up with me and chat to me at the gym, and they're like, Kane, I'm using this. I just got back into the gym. I'm like, what are you doing? Why don't you just start training and eating first before you start, throwing all these chemicals in your body? And I go, have you done any blood work? No. Oh, what do I need to do that for? You might want to think about this in for longevity purposes. And this leads on to the next question of like being enhanced. There's so many ways to be enhanced, right? Physically, you can be enhanced. You can get mental enhancements as well. But you can't just jump in. It's got to be like this. If you want to be running optimally, you got to make sure your sleep schedule's good. You got to make sure you're eating right. You got to make sure you're not insulin resistant. So you're not, just a fat blob, essentially, partitioning food very well. Make sure you've got an exercise schedule. Make sure people around you are supportive, because that's a huge one. Support base is
the circles.
Massive. If you don't have a good support base around you, you're destined to maybe not perform, And then once all of those have been consistently done for, I'd say, my clients know about 2 to 3 months, then you might be looking at things. Maybe. And that's when you want to,
But it's the classic like biohacking and optimization of the body. You can call it enhancements or anything, but like before we start externally enhancing, it's internally optimize.
It's like building a house, isn't it?
Yes, on foundation.
Don't start with the roof. It'll fall down. So you start with the foundations, and the foundations, like I said,
good fuel, whole foods,
rest, recovery, making sure you've got a schedule. People don't live with a schedule.
Some sort of routine that you can follow and see, okay, this didn't work, this does work.
And it's not rocket science. Look at all the people who are in shape or who have been successful. They all have schedules and they're all disciplined. They all have structure. No one freestyles. No one does. No one does. Right?
Yeah.
So you've got to have all that lined up before you start looking at enhancing yourself. And one way is like, we look at enhancements. Most people think, just anabolics. Yeah, that's one way to live optimally, because the males these days, testosterone levels are low. Very low. So people are like, I'm just going to start using testosterone. No idea how to use it. Probably do more.
More is better. More
health detriments than other, even females though, they'll start using all these peptides, all these drugs for weight loss without thinking about the ramifications. And that's the big thing that you want to look at, because there are so many peptides and like things on the market. Now I've got I'm affiliated with a peptide company, Amino Edge, and they'll be in the description. So if you want to use a code, you can. But you've got to have everything else in alignment to use them. And there are a lot of peptides out there that I'm still experimenting with. And like I said, I'm an experimenter, so that's how
you do it safely.
How I learn. Safely, So there's a few like I'm looking at with skin. A few I'm looking at for just healing peptides.
Amazing.
Yeah. And then there's other ones that are out on the market now, like the GLP-1s, which are for the appetite. Ooh. And bodybuilders are actually making use of these a lot, because it's not just the appetite. No. It's all the things they can do in the background that can help people. All right.
Like Retta.
Retatrutide is a huge one at the moment. Huge. And Retatrutide is a great product, but you got to know how to use it and when to implement it. You just don't use it and plug and play.
No, it ain't no plug and play here.
No, make sure you've got everything set up so it can just help you if needed. If you don't need it, you don't need it. But like the longevity peptides that we're looking at, for the brain, for cognition, making sure if you're someone that's a CEO and you need to be on it, there are a lot of things out there to speed up the way you process things and just staying alert. The other day we talked about modafinil.
We were talking about that, and even yesterday I overdid it with the caffeine for the first time in a long time.
Sean's drinking. Right. He talks.
Got to call me out on this one.
Not being able to sleep. He always talks about not being able to sleep, and he always cracks one of these at like 5 o'clock at night. He's like, I can't sleep, and I'm like, maybe this is an issue.
Maybe I help myself.
But he's a bit of a night owl himself. I can't. If I have one of them past 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, I'm not sleeping, man.
Really?
No way.
Really?
I can't do it. But like the peptide side is so interesting at the moment for longevity. And I'm big into it at the moment. I'm very much into that research.
You're testing and everything.
Yeah, I'm testing.
How long do you think a test goes for? Like
for
you?
For me,
how long do you test a
depends what it
for?
is. But if I'm looking for something over a period of time where I track everything, like 2 months, generally 2 to 3 months worth, at a building up to a dose that has been seen to be beneficial, and then I'll make an assumption. But you want to try and test things. I try and test things one by one.
Yep.
So if you're using all three at once, you're not.
You wouldn't know what's going on, what's working.
And it's the same with like even
anything.
With anything.
Anabolics,
100%. Alcohol. You know,
well, yeah, alcohol. I guess
drugs,
if you go.
Yeah. You don't want to try. You don't want to sit there and have your. Let's not glamorize about having some recreational drugs and then having 4 at the same time. Try one at a time, man.
Yes.
If you're having alcohol, don't just have 4 drinks off the bat. Have one, see how you feel.
Yeah, no, I love that you said that, because it's honestly the best way I look at things as well, especially with anabolics as well. If you were going to try something, if you were going to talk to your doctor first and talk to your coach, take one thing.
Yeah.
Which is obviously maybe testosterone, which is the most like your body.
Bioidentical.
Yeah, exactly.
Use bioidentical hormones to start with.
Yeah.
Do not go and start with tren.
Something that's the most man-made.
People think as well. Maybe as you get older, you learn, but tren is like, I'm just using that as an example because it's like
it's pretty damaging.
Yeah,
pretty toxic.
Yeah, toxic, but like it's in at the moment. You know, people are, I want to use tren. Yeah. The older you get, the less you'll really want to use it. Right? Because
I realize that as well.
It is good for your physique. Every other area apart from your physique outside the gym is terrible. Sleeping, no good.
Your mental state?
Mental state.
Mental state goes out the window.
Yeah. The only time you feel good on it is in the gym. You feel like a beast.
Yeah.
That's it. All the other times
aggression
you don't
goes
really
up.
feel that great. You know, so
they say it's 5 times more potent than testosterone in its
the ratio, anabolic,
but it's also 5 times more aromatizing.
No, not necessarily.
Side effects are a bit more.
Side effects wise, you're going to get way more from tren than testosterone. But like, don't try and go straight to the Ferrari when you only just got your license. Maybe start in the Holden Gemini. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Actually, people that watch this are not going to know
what a Holden Gemini is.
What kind of car would I say now?
Prius? I don't know.
Yeah, a Prius. Yeah, starting a Prius and then build your way up. You know what I mean? As you need. More is not better, and you will realize this pretty soon on you.
Yeah.
You know, because I know people here.
The laws of diminishing returns.
Yeah, people here use a lot, and they don't really look like they use a lot.
That's the thing with most gyms. Most gyms these days, it's sad that a lot of people are using anabolics, and they just don't look it as well. So they're damaging their body for no obvious reason.
No blood work. You know, don't really look like they train, and just punching gear for no reason. So, like, there is so many benefits to it, but you have to know where you want to go with it in the first place, and also what's going to happen in the long run with these things. So the longevity side, the peptide side at the moment, I'm finding is very interesting. It's very there's a lot of compounds out there, and I'm going to try a lot of them.
Like, so they're creating more and more, aren't they?
Man, there's so many. There are so, and look, some of them are going to be ones that I don't have any interest trying, but there are some out there that I just want to try, you know, and I want to see what they do on blood work, because I get my bloods done all the time.
Yeah.
And blood work's not the only thing. You want to actually see feel what it's like as well, you know, but and see what it's doing to you physically. But you want to see the inside, outside. You want to get a gist of everything, to see what you want to see what it's doing for you, whether it's benefiting you or not. You know, so just be aware, if you're going to go down the route of any anabolics, drugs, peptides, know what you're doing, right? Ask for help, seek help, and track it. Don't just freestyle it.
Number one thing as well. You know, track even from before you get onto a diet even. And if ever anyone has ever got in touch with a coach, first thing they should do, if they don't do this, is probably a red flag as well. But
what are you currently doing?
Exactly. What are you currently doing? And if you go, like, some days I do this, some days I do that, you're not even regimented. You're not structured. So they're going to ask for some sort of plan. Document at least a week. Try a week, people, and just track everything. Track what time you go to sleep, track what time you eat, what time you train.
And you're only going to get better from it.
Yep.
Like, all these things make you better. You know, when you monitor things, you can actually see progress.
Yeah.
You know, and I've had people come to me who they thought they were doing all the right things. Then they started tracking things, and it's made a huge difference, like a monstrous difference.
Exactly. No.
So, like, just make sure you're doing it safely. Talk to your doctor. Maybe you're not your general GP, because they probably don't have much of an idea about it. But seek help.
They'll say you're training too much.
Yeah, stop it. While the doctor's got a huge belly. You know, I saw my doctor at Hungry Jack's once, right? I dropped kids there. I was going to say, I don't know if I can say that. It's bad. After a sports day, we actually got to stop at Hungry Jack's. I was driving a minivan.
You were doing the
my rugby team. Yeah,
you want ice cream?
Yeah, my rugby team years ago, before 6 years ago, if you're watching this, the boys will know it. Saw my doctor. I'm like, this guy, and he's a nice guy. He's eating Hungry Jacks, man. I'm like, fair enough. He's got a big belly. Sometimes you maybe not. Don't take the best advice from those doctors.
Yep.
It's like going to a dentist with bad teeth. Not a good thing to do, you know.
Do as I say, don't do as I do.
Yeah, exactly. So just be careful with it. One thing that we talked about just before as well is having the support network around you. Now, this is not really about just getting in shape and whatnot, but how I'm out of the game, right? I'm an old man. I've been in a long-term relationship for a long time. Finding the right partner is tricky.
Oh, in 2025?
Yeah.
Man.
Like, I got no idea. I don't know how to use these swipes and all that. I've seen it. You know, I've seen
your friends swiping.
Swipe. They're like, they don't even look at the pictures. I swear people are swiping and not looking. They're just like this. Bang, 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 bang. Yeah. And they're not looking at the pictures.
Investment. Zero investment.
No, but like finding the right partner now is tough too, because if you have goals and aspirations, whether it's physical goals, career goals, family goals, you have to have the right person by your side. And having the wrong person by your side will literally set you back. It won't allow you to progress.
It's like having one hand behind your back.
Exactly. And if you haven't got that person, the group around you, or that one person to support you, you're destined to fail, in my opinion, you know. And finding the right partner, though, is hard.
It is hard, but I also look at that. So I'm looking from now at the outside in, is what I've seen and heard is that once you find the right partner, that obviously supports you in that way, gives you the full amount of energy that you can have to pursue whatever whatever job or passion you have.
Yeah.
They're right behind you. You're not leaving the house wondering, oh, where do I stand with this person? Half my mental capacity is going to this while trying to be at work, you know?
Yeah.
You are very secure. You definitely know what's going on, and you have this drive behind you. You know, you have this drive from a family as well. So that family gives you the responsibility, but also a drive. I'm doing this for them. You know?
That leads me on to this as well. What I hate is people who have a family and they don't try and improve their family. They're just happy to plod along, and just be content with mediocrity, like just being average, you know. And I'm like, what kind of weak, crap human being are you? You know,
not even just weak, like a man, that's trying to be out there.
Just be a man. Like I can't speak for women, and women, you should work. Women power, you know, chase that dollar. But in my opinion, like if you're the man in the relationship, you should be providing for your family. You should be able to provide and protect. They're the first two.
Yeah, 100%.
First two, right?
Going
and you
back
should be trying to level
decades.
up. Yeah, and you should be trying to level up your family. Nowadays, a lot of guys are just, don't worry about it, you know. We'll just make them do. Even with their kids. Yeah. I feel like some parents, like I'm just going to say dads because I know a few, and they're useless human beings. They're not my friends, but like they're the type of dads that they'll go buy a footy for their kid, but never take him to the park to kick it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people like that.
And then they'll be content and they'll be happy in their head. Oh, my son.
They'll put it on Instagram. Yeah, we got the footy. Never take him to the park.
No.
And that's like the useless human beings.
Very low priority.
Like, come on.
Missing the golden years.
Exactly. Just plodding through life. And then the kids, and always those families too, they don't always have one kid. How many kids they have? They got millions. And then you breed, and it's not the kid's fault when they come out a bit of a mess because you idolize your parents.
Attention, the lack of attention that's already coming out of those like parents, let's say, is divided across so many, and it's you're getting 5% of their day,
and
if that.
And to be honest, they're crap parents in the first place. So add more kids into the mix, they become worse.
Exactly.
And the kids start looking after the kids without knowing how to look after kids. Really, they'll bring up kids.
Let's go back to like what we were saying, like around the whole topic of finding the right partner. We were also talking about this before. It's in this, like in the last 5 years, you've probably noticed it is harder only as well because people are having kids later.
Yeah.
People are becoming more independent. People are more career focused. There's so much going on, especially with now our phones and like everything is going on.
Glued. Yeah.
We've got so much going on, and everyone's always busy because there's so much you can do. Now, back 15 years ago, that was there wasn't as much to do. So having a family was your focus, and having a career. But now there's just so much to do. There's so many apps. There's so many replaceable options. Right. And so, yeah, it plays into it, man. It really does.
When you look at it like that as well, you have like the family unit is getting tested in different ways now, because financially it's quite hard, you know. Then you've got obviously, like, we're having kids later in life, way later now than we used to.
Yeah.
I think there was a study talking about like childhood birth rates, like kids having kids is way down now.
Yeah.
But people over 40 having kids is way up, you know.
Yeah, true.
So it's like there's pros and cons to that, I suppose. Being a young dad and mum, or being an older dad.
Oh yeah, there's pros and cons, I think, and both ends of the spectrum. When you're a young parent, life must be extremely hard initially, but then I mean, if you can get through the hard part and still raise a family well, then yeah, like those young families, they look pretty cool.
Yeah, they're cool.
You know, they're staying together, they're keeping up with each other.
I couldn't imagine now me having another kid.
Like your mum looks like your sister.
Yeah,
and
you
all
see
that kind of
that a
stuff.
lot, yeah.
You're like, wow.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine having another kid now. Like, I'm 38. I don't know, I'm 39.
Oh, wow.
That's how old I am. Get that dementia. But I'm 39. But like, I couldn't imagine having another one now. It'd be so tough, man. I feel like these days, people having maximum. Most people I know, they have 2 and they're like, that's it.
Yeah, we're cutting it.
Cut it off.
We're tightening it up.
Snip. Yeah.
I want to talk about something. I was talking to Aman, like one of the owners of the owner of the gym downstairs. We were talking about something. This is anecdotal information. I know we've talked about this years ago.
I know what you're going to be talking about here. This is bodybuilders, yeah?
This is bodybuilders.
Yeah, go on. This is facts.
This is anecdotal.
It's not written facts, but I know what you're going to say. Go.
About conceiving boys or girls after being possibly on any sort of testosterone, TRT, or
I don't care. I don't care what anyone says. If you're a bodybuilder and you're a male, you have a way higher chance of having a female daughter. Female daughter. Having a female. If you've been on testosterone before, there's a way higher chance of you, or anabolics, of having a female as a kid than a male. I just see it everywhere. All the top bodybuilders.
I've seen it a lot. Like, it's almost a strong correlation to see.
And I don't care if science says no, but I think the sort of what am I trying to say? Like, the way I came up with the conclusion is, I heard someone talk about male swimmers. They swim a bit, I can't say the R word, but, you know, a bit special. Female swimmers, they're a bit, you know, straight. So they get to the egg better. So us males are a bit, we can't get to the egg. Females will generally get to the egg. So that's what happens generally when you're on anabolics. Your sperm, the way it moves is a bit special. Do
you think that's the same case for natural athletes or people that have trained naturally without any external testosterone added, and they've just got naturally maybe high testosterone?
Maybe there's a case where, like, if the higher testosterone you have, the more chance you have of having a female. I don't know about that. But I know with anabolic use, I have seen it.
Like 8 out of 10 people that we know.
It's so high. It's so high. And all the people I know. Yeah.
And then they've had like 2 girls and no boys.
Yeah. It's
you know,
it's very common.
Not calling any names, but you guys know. Look around.
Yeah.
Ask your friends.
Ask your friends at bodybuilders and see if they got boys.
Start doing some testing of your
market
own.
research.
Market research.
So if you want girls, no, don't do that. Don't do that. But yeah, no, it is interesting, man. It's very interesting.
What else is interesting coming up in this this new age world with technology and enhancements and everything? We were talking about. We're always talking about this. I love this topic, AI.
Yeah, I see. I love the topic, but I hate it as well, because I'm on my phone all the time for work. I really hate being on my phone.
Me too, man. But it's
like,
it's,
but
it's
you have
marketing.
you have to use it. But AI, is it friend or foe? That's the thing.
I don't know. Everyone's probably saying you're late to the party on this. Obviously, I've been using ChatGPT for a while. Just on the other side of this wall is a whiteboard. And the other day, I was like, I got to figure out the system of my business from top down and all these little like gaps or friction points. So I'm like, okay, let's pull up ChatGPT. And I had my mate Hayden next to me. And I was like, I've never tried the talking part, you know, like, and it's getting really good.
Yeah.
And I'm talking to it, and it's got, you can choose the voice, male voice, whatever. I talk to this guy, whatever, this robot guy. And how they talk, it's not robotic, bro. It is, they've got the ums and the ahs, the inflection in the voice, the thoughts, and it's like talking to a person.
You're not going to be talking to me soon. There's going to be a robot here.
You'll
replace Kane, out of here.
Jess gave me an idea. We should do a podcast with an AI.
Oh, God.
Man.
You could, but do you know what the thing about it is? I know what you're saying, and it's so helpful, yeah? But it takes away the element of the human. I don't know, and I don't like that much. But will you end up using it? Yeah, because
Yeah.
if you don't use it, you fall behind.
Yep. You're
right?
left behind.
And it is, I think it's a benefit to society, but it's also a negative to the humankind as well. So it'll push society forward, but us as humans,
We're more segregated.
we're gonna regress. We're getting dumber, right? We're getting dumber because we just type it into anything, into your phone, ChatGPT will tell you. So imagine that just broke down one day. We'd probably have a meltdown,
But it's a natural progression, One's like they're not going to be teaching us like how to calculate things anymore
True.
as much. They're going to be teaching us other things that we're going to need to know how to prompt the AI.
Yeah, that's what it's all about now, isn't it? Prompting.
Because it's like now coding can be done by the AI as well. It used to be all about coding.
What about this? What about, like, I've got kids. You have to think about jobs. And now because AI is so rampant, some jobs are going to become very obsolete.
Yeah, but there's new jobs being created.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Just
But
where
like
they go.
some of the jobs that your kids might be in uni at right now studying, they may be very much like not around.
Yeah, that is a scary
That's
part.
scary as
You studying something that you don't realize is going to be
obsolete. Oh, it's scary, man. But like also this was a weird one I want to talk to you about. What about having like an AI pet?
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's like the dogs and stuff.
They
like,
have them things. I've seen them and they pop around. Yeah, I've seen that.
I
But
need to shit anywhere. It can
that's-
shit if you want. Little nuts and bolts.
because these days people want all the good parts to having a pet, but not the bad. So they don't want to pick up poo and stuff, but they can make AI pets, which are pretty much very pet-like. You
Are we
know what I mean?
visioning a fluffy-looking dog, or are we visioning a stainless steel, shiny with light LED eyes and stuff?
I'm not discriminating, man. You can do whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
Whatever suits you.
Fair,
If you want
fair.
a robot-looking one, they can do that.
I think people want fluffy.
They
like,
want it to
something
look
cuddly.
realistic.
Yeah.
Realistic. Now, you go a step further. In 20 years, are we going to have AI kids? Babies.
Yeah.
Because people want to have babies. And look, a lot of people can't have kids, right?
That's true.
And they're always the nicest people. Well, not always, but a lot of the times. Anyway.
There's always adoption. I would.
There is.
I'm going to play devil's advocate. Why would you go out looking to buy a robotic baby or have that down that route if you couldn't have children, when there are so many adoption options out there
True.
and fostering or
But-
whatever,
You have to be a special person to foster a kid. I
to
can't-
foster, or even adopt.
I couldn't foster a kid. Maybe I could. No, I don't think I just think it takes a special person.
Yeah, you have to be patient
so
and
much empathy and
empathy and
it's just so tough. Even bring up your own kids is hard. Never bring up a kid that may be having a lot more issues from the environment they come from.
of course.
So I think that would be so. Would I love to be able to do it myself? Yes. Do I think I could do it? I wouldn't say no, but it'd be a very big challenge. But the AI kid, the AI baby, all right? If they could,
I'm excited.
If they could develop an AI baby that grew with you, right? I know this is outlandish, but it's outlandish, but it's not really.
It's not impossible.
It's definitely not impossible at all. AI baby, it cries, right? You can turn it off, right? You can feed it. You can turn it off. You can feed it. You could probably make it do
I'm
a
done
poo.
with you.
Yeah, I've had enough, right? It'd be like the Tamagotchi that you used to have. Remember them?
The one I put in my cupboard drawer under
Yeah, but mine
pillows.
lived to 100 and I fed it up. It was so fat. It was mad. But like, it'd be like that, but real life. You could literally nurse it as a baby, teach it things, and it could grow with you. Who knows in 20, 30, 40 years.
Not even that. Like, we're at an exponential rate right now. So
Yeah.
10, 5, 15 years.
Imagine you just had, here's my baby. And then they look real. It's AI,
It's the thing, like, on the outside, it can look real.
It can learn. It'll be like ChatGPT. It'll be talking to you like your ChatGPT.
Imagine that, though. The baby won't... You could, like, load different languages into it.
Yeah.
And, like, just load... Like, all right, my teenage boy, just load karate into him.
And you might, and a lot of
We've got the new
people
karate software. let's load it up.
a lot of people might find happiness in that. I want a human, but a lot of people look. If you couldn't have kids, would an AI baby suit you? Actually, ask the people. Would you actually consider having an AI baby? Now, a lot of people are just going to say no way. But thinking about situations, would you ever consider it if you could never have kids? Put it in the comments. See, ask people around you, because it could be something that I reckon we're going to see it. I reckon we are going to see something like that. And I'm not for it, but I can see how it can like really develop. Because AI is wild. It's so wild that it scares the living life out of you. That's what it is. And something that scares you is something. It can be good, but it can also be detrimental to things too.
Yeah, man, it's a scary world where we're going. The last 5 years has been mind blowing.
It is wild, but AI is here to stay.
Yeah,
it's not going anywhere. It's only
with
going to
it,
get more advanced.
Use it as a tool.
Soon, we're going to be laying in like a body pod like this with a straw going in our mouth, like a screen in front of us, laying down, typing away what food we want. Sucks in your mouth, right? Exercise. Something straps onto your legs, moves your legs, so you don't have to do anything. We're just going to be the biggest blobs. Like,
no, we'll just be a brain, man.
Yeah,
plugged
literally like Stephen Hawkins.
You've seen Matrix, right?
Bad, but
you've seen the Matrix. You just be bodies and pods
like
plugged
Stephen
in.
Hawkins, we just like that. You know, I shouldn't say that's bad, but like a veggie, but your brain's like your Einstein. You know what I mean? So that's scary.
No, but like even if we like really think about this in the sense, do you think we're moving away? Like we really think about the world, environmental damage, global warming, all that other stuff, and
There's
then
BS anyway. Anyway, I could go off on that, but yeah.
Well, that's another topic.
Greens.
Episode 4, Green Party. But then, like, you know, have you ever seen Ready Player One?
No.
All right, so it's like a movie where they basically the world's gone to shit. Utopia is basically in the VR goggles. They chuck the VR goggles in, and it's a whole world that they just escape because their whole world is shit. They're living in like what are they called? Shipping containers.
Okay. Yeah.
Stacked on top of each other.
Slums.
The slums, yeah. The whole world is like this, and it's run by robots and stuff. But essentially, like if we get to the point where we're integrating AI, all that, to a digital world. Now, I know that they were trying to build the meta universe up, and like Zuckerberg was trying to do that. But eventually, like I still have friends that don't think like we're ever going to slap on like these VR goggles and do that. But man, it might be as simple as plugging in somehow into our body. We're going to get these neural connections if they ever get, man. And then we're just going to plug in and escape this world into a digital world.
What that's crazy.
We're already there.
Like
they're here.
When will that phone go into our brain?
And that's the thing, that we have lag. We have a lag between picking up the phone and using it like this. This is the lag. There'll be no lag once it's up here.
I don't want to. That's bad though. When you start to put chips in your brain, and look, you think about this. Say you go for a job.
That's why I take chips in my mouth.
When you go for like a job, if you haven't got that chip in your brain, you're probably going to be miles behind the 8 ball. So you're almost forced to get it to stay up ahead, right? But the moment you put a chip in your brain, you become somewhat controllable by something.
Hackable.
Yeah, I'm not like that, man. I'm not. Like, the
won't be around by then.
Suspect enough, man. They're gonna do some weird stuff. It's like the electric cars. I'm sus on that too. Can they shut down our car if you do something wrong later on? I don't know.
Imagine if you were like driving. I drive a Chinese hybrid vehicle, and imagine. Not me, but someone is driving that car and they're doing a police chase. Well, the police are chasing them down the M1, and all of a sudden, hacks the car, shuts the car down. Yeah. Damn it! I should have bought this Chinese vehicle.
Yeah,
they've got me.
Exactly, but like that's. I think it will happen, dude. I really think it will happen. Like, the chips in the brain, though. I think that's the scary part. There's some good parts to it because it can obviously help with a lot of like degeneration of the brain. But you can somewhat be controlled then. It's no longer just your brain, you know? And you might not be able to make.
It'd have to be some
choices.
really secure, but anything that's
there's people who can break anything.
Yeah,
there'll be robots, AI that will break other AI. Yeah, there will be.
You're not joking. That's true.
There will be. So that's the scary part, and I don't know. All
right, let's not leave on a bad note. But how do we help people like align themselves better with moving with AI or technology? What do we suggest?
I think you just got to be aware of the pros and the cons, really. I don't think you can prepare anyone and say, do this workshop or anything like that. But what you can do is just look at it and be like, hey, it's going to be around. Look at all the instances where AI might come into your life and whether you actually want it to come into that part of your life, whether it be beneficial for you, whether it may have huge drawbacks, and whether you want to be the guinea pig or not. I don't want to be the guinea pig with AI. But in saying that, other people might say, you're the guinea pig with peptides and all. Yeah. So there will be people that do it.
But you're in control.
To a degree.
To a degree. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm in control, I suppose, with what I put into me. But if the chip's already in my head, you can be manipulated somewhat.
That is, yeah, but that's down the track, We are worried about that future.
How far? They were talking about during COVID. Remember them chips to do your FPOS?
Oh, bus pass or FPOS?
Yeah, nah.
In your palm?
I'm not cool with that.
I'm happy to have it a card.
I don't trust nothing with the government. If the government telling you to do something, do the opposite. At all, in my opinion, at all costs. Whatever the government tells you to do, generally the opposite. It's all agenda-driven, money-driven scumbags.
Yeah.
A lot of the time. So, like in that case, I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm for it or against it, but you have to be up to date with it.
Yeah.
Up to date with it. What about even AI? Do people even go to nightclubs anymore?
I think it's all about the raves.
Not many anymore.
Not many anymore.
They're
Bars.
Yeah, you see.
Some clubs.
Are we going to just have virtual raves now? Where literally, imagine in the past,
I
we
think
put
there
the big.
are.
We'll be sitting here. You put the VR on, the music. You watching your favorite DJ.
Okay, sorry. After this, I got to go to a rave. You're like, oh, where do you have to go? I'm like, don't worry, I'll just stay here.
Silent disco type thing in your thing, raving about. But it's very.
It's already an existing thing, like with VR and Apple Vision and all that stuff. They've integrated concerts filmed on these like 3-dimensional cameras that you can just go. You feel like you're there at the basketball game, at the concert.
Remember the Tupac hologram thing?
Yeah.
That looked so good, and that was a while ago now.
Imagine what they could do 10 years ago, right?
Imagine what they could do now. Putting holograms up and watching like that performance would be amazing, man. But it's
we're moving into a very, very exciting but scary time. We just remember when the internet came out. I remember you and I both remember the world before the internet was huge, right?
Yeah.
We remember DOS. We remember all that stuff. And a lot of people, like maybe after the 2000s, they don't remember the world before that,
Like I said to my daughter, I'm older than Google.
Yeah, that's
I'm older than Google.
That's crazy to say that.
What? Even the kids I used to teach at school, I'm older than Google. You're a liar, Mr. Douglas. No, I'm actually.
I was in year 6 when they were teaching us how to Google stuff. With the inverted commas and stuff, they were trying. Yeah, and that's what we're going. Progression from then to now is how to prompt AI. Back then it was how to use Google. Now we use Google like it is everyday thing. If we didn't have a search engine, how would we
ever
even
type in Google? We just talk to it.
Well, now we do. Yeah,
we literally just talk to it now. But I wonder how it's going to work in, like, as humans. If it's going to make us, more antisocial, right? But we will be more productive.
Yeah.
Productivity goes up with AI.
Yeah,
but the human interaction goes way down. Yeah, because just look at your friends. Think of when you were 20, or younger. You would obviously technology is different, but you would communicate with everyone.
Yeah.
Now you don't. I don't get to see my friends hardly at all, and that's sad. And a lot of it, like we still keep in contact, but visually, like face to face, it's not the same anymore. Because we've got so many
but
busy
also
lives.
because everyone's updated already by your social media, so there's no reason to catch up with someone.
Yeah, but there's a difference. When you
there's a different kind of catch up. I know.
Me and you talk on the message like, yeah, blah, 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 it's cool. There's no feeling to it though. When you see someone and sit with your mates, chit chat, have a laugh, it's just you get that good feeling about it.
I do miss those feelings, man. When we had no updates on what was going with your friend's life, and a week or 2 weeks, maybe a month that you haven't seen a friend, right? And you catch up with them, like, oh yeah, back when I was younger, before this, I wasn't catching up with friends getting coffee, but
yeah,
you catch up with a friend and then tell you, like, yeah, this happened. What? That happened? I didn't even know, man. When was that? Like 2 weeks ago? Now everything's updated, so I know what John did on his holiday.
It's good, but it's like I said, it's just short term. Bang, we got it. Don't need it now. Yeah, like I didn't hear about you. I've seen what you've done last week. Man. Don't worry about it.
You already know about the Bali trip. It was already online.
I do.
You don't need to know.
And that's why we're like getting more antisocial, face to face. We're way more social, but way less social face to face.
A social network.
And that's why people are way more socially awkward now too. People struggle to talk to other people, but you hear people talk. Actually, going back to the finding a partner question, like you might talk to someone online and they sound fantastic, yeah? You meet them and you're like, oh my God.
Wow, you're a different person.
Like you are not the person that I thought I was going to get.
That's if you don't already get catfished visually. Yeah. You're catfished emotionally or through personality.
And people, you know what? It's so easy to catfish people. It is. Like, I'm not going to say that I've done it, but I've seen friends of mine.
Friends of mine.
Friends of mine catfish people to areas and, like, say with this person, watch them, they get caught. Like,
Oh, wow.
and like, it's easy. And like, all you need, literally, like, these days, is a pretty face and a normal guy. They're desperate.
Yeah.
And they'll do, like,
Sad.
you get catfished in very easy these days.
A lot of people
And
are desperate.
I've seen it done more than once.
Wow.
Many times. Very entertaining when they get caught for the people who get, catching them.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe not the person who's
There's
getting
Instagram
caught.
pages out there for like catching like pedophiles and stuff.
I love them.
I love them too.
No, it's really bad. I went through a phase of watching them.
You're watching mole algorithm.
Yeah. We're here from the... Yeah. We're here to catch a paedophile. He's a paedophile. And they run into a shop and they trip him up and then they corner
Well,
them.
they first
I
talked
love
to me
it.
like, "Oh, you're here to meet her." He's like, "Yeah, what's
She's
the problem?"
13.
She's like 13. He's like, and then he starts to like roll out of it like, "Oh no,
And
it's
then
okay.
They get thumped.
We're just coming here for lunch."
The ones that are
13-year-old.
like, come outside. And look, I get ropeable because I got kids and stuff like that. It fires you up.
Yeah, right.
When you see them get absolutely thumped, I'm like, they need more than that. They need to be stomped. Like, that's
Yeah.
rough. But if you're a paedophile, you should get stomped on
Yeah.
the face.
Yep.
I don't care. Oh, that's not humane.
There's no slap on the wrist for this shit.
No, there's no sort of slap on the wrist for any crime now. Look, yeah, murder, but like, that's why society now, you got everyone doing crazy stuff. There's not, like, people are robbing places and getting slapped on the wrist. But if you're a paedophile, you're that low.
Those kind of things should be the
You should be castrated, right?
Yeah.
And let the person or the family of whoever's been attacked have their way with you.
yeah they can
Have
choose.
their
They
way.
can choose.
Stomp the face, pull the ears out. Yeah, literally. Chop
Old
off
school
fingers,
old
chop
school
off
torture.
fingers. Yeah, man. Put their big toe in a vice and just
Whoa.
tell it breaks. I thought about these things. You know what I mean? Really bad, really
Real
bad.
deep,
Because
real
when I
deep.
watch them, I think, yeah, what I would do to this person, because that's someone's kid. And that's
100%, man.
And when you think of it like that, they're causing damage. And these
and like-
pedophiles get off as well. They get off and they repeat offend.
Of course,
Right?
that's why they've got to this point where they've been caught by a fake profile because they've been doing it for so long.
And they ruin people's lives, man. So, like, I know we've gone off on a tangent about pedophiles, but they are the scum of society. And if you have been a pedophile, you're never coming back from that, in my opinion. I don't care how much you've seen God or I've changed. No, you're a piece of crap, man.
life in prison.
Yeah,
at least.
No, just literally put you down. If a dog bites somebody, right,
The dog gets put down.
straight away.
That doesn't get
If
to.
you're a paedophile and you've done it once, hey, put you down or get
There's no
like
chance.
what they do in the Muslim countries, stone you to death. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
crazy
about
stuff
that.
out
I'm about
there.
it. It's rough as hell, but for those kind of crimes, there's no rehabilitation.
Yeah, you're
There's
right.
no rehabilitation, which is,
It's one of those things, no. But to leave us on a lighter note, I know. Going back, I had an idea, and I just wanted to say, even though we're moving into this this like futuristic digital age where we're distancing from each other, we're not going deep into conversations anymore. I love this. I love the conversation of having a podcast with you or anyone, any guests as well. If you guys like this podcast, please give us some comments and let us know what you'd like to hear on our next crazy rant. And we go on some weird tangents. But episode 4, we've actually got coming up with your daughter, which is exciting.
It was meant to be episode 3, but she's had some competition. She's been very busy, so it's very
You were
hard.
just saying, just to put it in lightly, this is his daughter is a high caliber athlete, 9 years old, one of the highest in gymnastics for her age and all that. You were just saying just before, 5 hours every Saturday, and 4 hours essentially on every Friday.
No. So it's
Sorry.
generally every. It's messed up because some parents who have kids who are gymnasts will know this, right? It's a sport of time and commitment. So she does, I think it's 21 or 24 hours a week. Every training session is like 3 to 4 hours. Double session before school on Friday, after school, 3 hours in the morning, 3 hours at night. Then on Saturday, today was 12:30 to 5. Yeah. So, and this doesn't include when she goes to state training as well, which is the next days. So she has Thursday and Sunday off, but sometimes she has other training as well.
Does she have any friends? Is most of her friends at gym?
Yeah, she's got
gymnasts?
school friends, but when you're that doing that many hours, your gymnastics friends have become your main group of friends because you're doing the same schedule, you know? So she gets along really well with them, which is good. But yeah, man.
Be exciting to see like the ins and outs from the mind of a 9-year-old, and I'm really excited to have her on the show. First time we'll have like a child on the show, a child athlete.
Yeah, and that's like I said, we want to do like I want to do a bit of a series on like young athletes, just to give them a little bit of exposure. You know, and obviously the first one was my daughter, so it's not, you know, she's the guinea pig. But if you know any young athletes who are not just playing at their local Springvale soccer club, who, you know, Division 4, like proper athletes, throw a comment down, DM one of us, and let us know. You know, we'd be interested in talking to them, seeing how they think, what they have to go through, the life of a lower elite athlete at a young age.
Yeah.
It's all very interesting. We don't really see it much online with interviewing younger people. And obviously our questions are going to be age specific. You know, we're not going to ask my daughter about, you know, really technical things. She'd be like, what are you talking about, Dad? You know, but like we can just get into the mind of a young athlete, see how they perform, see what it takes. And maybe she could probably ask me as a parent some of the questions. So if you've got anyone out there in mind, throw us their name out and talk to us about them, because we'd happily have them on here if they meet the criteria and whatnot. So there's some things in the future coming up. We also want to talk to some other athletes as well, which would be good. Another part of the series. And we'll continue talking about our days as well, because I'm going into an off season now. So I'm starting this week.
When's your next comp?
Week, next year.
Yeah,
probably. Well, it could be 12 months.
But you hear him say he's starting his off season, so it's a plan. It's a start of the plan, and it's what, like middle of the year, or just after the middle of the year.
Yeah.
And you're not competing till next year.
Nah.
It's a long game.
Yeah. Well,
my
off season started the moment I finished off stage. So now, like I say to people, if you want to build a good physique, you really have to think long term. There's yes, you can get in shape short term, but if you want to build a physique, it's a long project. You know, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And the main thing is it takes discipline and consistency. And if you want to build a good physique and look in shape all time, you've got to have all of the basics locked down. You know, to build a good physique in the off season, first of all, stay lean, right? Stay sensitive to food. Make sure you're fully rested, and make sure you have a plan. Yeah, having a plan, having structure, setting short-term goals, and making sure you're aware of the long-term goals, but not so much that you can't always tick off the short-term goals. You know, a lot of people will just be like, "Oh, long-term goal, long-term." You need to have short-term goals to tick off as well. Otherwise, it gets very dormant, you know, and redundant.
Exactly.
So, a lot of things planned.
I'm excited for episode 4, but today's been a great episode.
Yeah,
Thank you guys for listening to the Reps, Edits, and Real Talk podcast. We're really getting into this. We're finding our rhythm in this one. So,
like I said, if you've got topics to discuss, hit them up. Yeah, send us messages. Comment below. Comment below, and let us know what you want us to talk about. Nothing is off label. Well, everything can be off label here. Yeah, we can talk about whatever you want. Where
can people find you, Kane? Obviously, you're a great coach. Got a world of knowledge, and
I'm just on Instagram.
Yep.
So my coaching page is KaneDS_physique coach. And obviously we've got a lot of contests coming up now, so I'm pretty busy. You'll be busy too, because generally during the comp season,
I'll be shooting it.
People
You'll be competing
want photos,
Yeah. So I'm flying to Fiji next weekend.
Dang.
For a weekend, just for ICN shoot, which would be exciting. Went to Tonga last year for the same shoot.
Man, I've never been to those countries.
Tonga was we'll just keep it real short. Tonga was an experience in it. Yeah, I probably won't be going back. But it's one of those things you just learn. You know?
Hey, you
got to try all these countries out.
You got to try it, man.
But I'm going to Fiji. That'll be exciting, and then we're shooting a few PCA comps after that. Exciting. It's going to come to a busy season, so hopefully we keep these rolling. Thank you so much for listening to the Reps, Edits, and Real Talk podcast.
Thank you, guys.